guys. Big up to everyone. Thank you for joining me. Sorry I'm late. I know this was meant to be at 12:30, but I ain't gonna lie. I went back to bed and I overslept. So yeah, we we are back. We are back, guys. After a weekend of good football, Liverpool showing some passion, Liverpool showing some heart, Liverpool showing some desire for the first time, what seems forever, getting a decent result against Arsenal. Now, I know a lot of people are going over the top about this Liverpool Arsenal result. You know, it's not like we won or anything. It was 2-2 at the end of the day. But I think it just showed good. It showed that Liverpool's still got some balls there for the fight and can come back if needed and show passion and heart. I said it, guys, in the watch along before the game kicked off. I said, even if Liverpool lose this game, but we show heart and passion and fight and desire, I'll be happy with that. And I was happy with what I saw against Arsenal. You know, we go back to that game for the 60 minutes of that match. We dominated that game, in my opinion. You know, Arsenal had the first 30 minutes. We had the whole 60 minutes. We dominated the rest of that game. It was a bit like the first game as well. If you go back to the first game of the season between Liverpool and Arsenal, I know Arsenal won that game 3-2. You know, and you go back on it, Saka's third goal shouldn't have counted because he was offside and VAR weren't working at the time. So if you go back to that game, that was a draw as well. And also in that game as well, Liverpool dominated the first half against Arsenal in the first game. And in the second half, Arsenal took over. So if you look at both games, if you look at both Liverpool-Arsenal games this season, home and away, Liverpool majority dominated both games but didn't win either of them. So that's a bit annoying at the same time. That's a little annoying at the same time. But guys, we've got a lot to talk about today on this show. We're going to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold's positioning. So obviously, we saw in that Arsenal game that Trent Alexander-Arnold played as an inverted right back, a bit like Arsenal and Man City play. Trent's spoken about it that they've been practicing in training sessions in the last few weeks, and it's something they've been wanting to try. Liverpool have done this with Trent before. He has played inverted right back before in some games where he plays in midfield. But I'm going to talk about today why it doesn't work. Trent Alexander-Arnold cannot be an inverted right back. It doesn't work. Trent Alexander-Arnold just has to be a midfielder, and we're going to talk about that today. Also, what we're going to do now, first off, though, guys, before we start off the main video, the main talking about points about Trent Alexander-Arnold, I thought it'd be nice to sit here for 10 minutes and watch an Arsenal fan reaction to Liverpool coming back to making it 2-2. Would everyone like that in the chat? Would everyone like to watch Arsenal fans explode at Liverpool coming back to make it 2-2 in a reaction video? We can do that for 10 minutes right now if you fancy it. Just watch Arsenal fans absolutely lose their shit. If you fancy that, let me know, and we could do that for the first 10 minutes. But big up to everyone in the chat. Big up Bajan, big up Captain Sal, big up George, big up Hanoff, big up Psychedelic, Captain Sal in the house. How we doing, people? Redbird in the house as well. Ravi in the house. Stevie G in the house. Hope you're all doing well. Big up Johnny Zuko as well. Guys, I'm also going to talk about the Virgil situation. Now, Jamie Carragher made something about the Virgil situation on Twitter yesterday in the last 24 hours. And Twitter has gone on its usual meltdown because no defender in the history of English football is allowed to be better than Rio Ferdinand or Vidic. I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but if you compare a defender to Vidic or Ferdinand in the Premier League era, you're all mental, apparently. Apparently, no one is allowed to be as good as Vidic or Rio Ferdinand. And I'm going to go into it after we watch this Arsenal meltdown. I'm going to go into why longevity doesn't matter sometimes, and why Virgil van Dijk in his peak was the best centre-back in English football history. And I'm going to go into it why, okay? But Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Big up Mohammed in the chat as well. Let's do this. Let me see if I can get this up. All right. Share the screen. Are we ready? Big up. Big up Marlene. Mohammed. Let's do this. Hopefully you'll be able to all hear it.
In his fucking sight. Because on another day, mate, them dreads are getting popped like fucking Cheetos. Huh? This little fucking twiglet wants to stand up with the fucking Albanian archangel. Huh? It's a fucking foul on Xhaka anyway from Konate. Trent Alexander, mate, you are a prime.
So Hugh Wizzy there. I love Hugh Wizzy, by the way. Big up Hugh Wizzy. But yeah, Hugh Wizzy slagging off Trent a little bit. Will Hugh Wizzy come to regret slagging off Trent Alexander-Arnold? Let's find out, guys. Let's find out.
Prime candidate, and it's now fired up. Everybody is fired up. 42nd minute. We've got Curtis Jones in the box. Curtis Jones lays it off to Robertson. It's tapped home by fucking Mohamed Salah. Fuck! Salah has scored 42nd minute, 2-1. It might be game on again. Oh my God, bro. We're shaken. We're shaken after that little.
He shouldn't. Why is he getting involved in pettiness like that?
It's stupid from both of them, really. They could both do without being on the bus.
Jones in the box.
Come on.
Deal with that.
Fuck's sake, man! Keep your fucking head! See that level of concentration drops?
Exactly.
Look, you let him roll you! Stupid. I'm blaming Xhaka for that. Stupidness to get involved in at the other end of the pitch.
Was offside when he ran him back.
Game's not done though, man. I told you, bro.
Down.
The game's not done.
Cheap goal to concede.
No, he's not.
Come on, Gabby, man.
Man, Gooner Lee there. Big up Gooner Lee. I love the Gooner Lee. Big up Gooner Lee.
Nah, he would have given him a penalty. I think he would have got there anyway. Salah would have got there. Nah, but it's the step forward. That's
Look over your shoulder. Concentration.
Push him wide. Come on. Oh, shit. There it is. Yep, there it is. Salah. 2-1. There it is.
That's cool.
I said it like, yo, put him on his left. The man never tracked the runner. Doubled up on us. Sloppy defending. Ben White's been the one who's like probably, look, he's gone in, he's left his man. Again, it's him. It's Benny Blanco today. But holding a party.
Oh, Windows 14. Yeah, man, I'm still in Windows 7 and LimeWire and all of that. I'm having to process this. I'm on dial-up internet, figuring all
My man Curtis just said he's still on LimeWire. Do you remember LimeWire, guys? LimeWire, man. Download all your songs off LimeWire. Does everyone remember that?
this up. Yellow card for Xhaka and for Trent. What happened? Ooh. Yo, that got a bit feisty there, you know. Xhaka kind of left the elbow. Trent looked like he was kind of wanted to punch him, but kind of give him the forearm in the back. Bit feisty there. All right, Trent, you want to have a scrap, yeah? You can't do that to Martinelli when he's running past you, though, right? So Konate was grabbing him. And what happened? Don't get caught up in the emotion. Xhaka and Ben White on yellow cards. They want us to go down to 10 men. Here's Curtis Jones, left-hand side for Liverpool, up against Rob Holdini. Back heel, this is a chance. It's a chance. 2-1. Mo Salah scores at the back post. Oh, no. No. Stupid goal to concede. VAR's our only hope. Ben White out of position.
VAR.
Back post.
Oh,
Why? Look, why is Gakpo? Oh, he's onside. Gabriel goes to sleep at the back post. It's poor defending. Henderson's a marked 8 yards out. How? Holding can't do anything.
I will say, right, for our goal, Henderson was 8 yards out, unmarked, and he fucked the shot up. We actually got lucky because I've gone back and watched it. Watching it real time, I was like, oh, I thought it was a pass from Hendo. It weren't. Hendo was actually 8 yards out, completely unmarked in the Arsenal box, and he's actually going for a shot, but he completely messed it up. We just got lucky it landed at Salah. Henderson is dreadful. It really is.
If anything, the 2v1. Why is Henderson unmarked? First question. Gabriel, you got to sniff the danger, bro. You got to.
Tired, man.
Saka looks tired. You've got to
Yeah,
get back.
Partey's tired.
Why
as well.
aren't we getting back? What's happening?
How much do you want this, guys?
Oh,
I don't know if I can say.
this is horrible, man.
I'm not nervous,
I
but
think we might need to make a sub.
No, we'll see it.
Oh, he's done
my
you.
God.
He's done him. Away! Oh, no, man!
Come
You
on,
see what
man,
I'm
let's
saying?
do some new
You
energy.
see what I'm saying?
Every time!
You see what I'm saying?
Two.
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Momentum.
And then who else? But Firmino.
Thrown it
Let's
away.
bring someone else on. Jen is coming on.
And now we got 5 at the back for.
Fucked it up, man.
and the player he's probably going to take off as well is Zinchenko as well, isn't it?
Fucked it up.
Oh,
They dominated the whole
The fact
half.
that Trent's absolutely ruined.
Saka's tired, bro. Get rid. Close him. Close him. Get him out the box. That's it. Zinni. Oh, come on, Zinni, man. Oh, no. Oh, fucking hell, man! Fuck's sake! Oh, fuck!
3 men on him at all times. That's what's happening. He's actually spun Thiago. He's spun the fucking... Oh, Robertson swings across in. It's fallen at the top of the box to Mo Salah. Salah clips it into Henderson. They're actually inside Arsenal's area now. Now they're outside. It's Trent on the right-hand side. 5 minutes left or less. Oh, Trent's just nutmegged Zinchenko. He's dinked in the cross. And Firmino! Oh, no! Firmino is headed home.
I think, as you can see there, guys, Hugh Wizzy, yeah, he was slagging Trent off at the beginning of the video, and payback's a bitch.
Ramsdale, whoa! No, beaten.
Ah, get it out. No, he's dropped to the one man you don't want him to drop to.
Trent is.
Oh my days.
Oh my days. Oh, fuck off. Nah, man.
Firmino.
Unfucking believable. Bro, they're
Always does this, man.
bullshit.
Off the bench.
Absolute
Every
bullshit.
fucking year.
Bullshit.
Every fucking year, man.
And now fucking Tierney's
Every
coming.
time.
They're fucking late for Tierney, innit, mate? Yeah,
Every
bullshit, bro. They don't deserve nothing. They're fucking shits. They're fucking shits. They're shits. They don't.
Lee Gunner was just about to say we done F all. He was just about to say, hang on, let me go back. Lee Gunner, oh my God.
I think they're fucking shits. They're fucking shits. They're shits. They don't.
He obviously didn't watch the game. All right, that's my reactions from that. He obviously didn't watch the game because Liverpool completely and utterly dominated Arsenal for 60 minutes of that match, and we actually deserved the win. It's just, look, we didn't win the game. It was a 2-2 match. We came back from the jaws of defeat. You know, when was the last time Liverpool came back in the game like that? So, positive steps. And I'm all for this. Like, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of Liverpool fans chatting after this game about, I don't want to finish in Europe. Liverpool shouldn't finish in Europe. We can't get top 4 now. We're 12 points behind top 4. It is what it is. All right. But they don't want to finish in the European places. And I'm like, nah, I want to go into next season with some positivity, man. Let's win every game now till the end of the season. Why not? Let's go and finish 5th. Let's just finish 5th, get the season done, finish 5th, and go into next season with a bit of positivity. Because I don't want to go into next season with negativity, man. I don't want to fall into next season. Let's go into next season with a bit of positivity. You know, let's just do that. Let's take, look, we got Leeds and Nottingham Forest next. Yes, I know Leeds and Nottingham Forest beat us last time. But for goodness sake, if we showed an inch of passion like we showed against Arsenal, an inch of awareness, an inch of fighting spirit, and you saw the old Liverpool come back in that last 30 minutes against Arsenal as well. Last 30 minutes was old Liverpool. We were pressing up the pitch. We're getting nice and tight. We're keeping Arsenal in their own half. And midfield was winning the balls back. We're winning the ball back in transition. That was the old Liverpool. Do that against Leeds and Nottingham Forest, we smoke them. Yeah, simple as that. Then we got West Ham away. Then we got Tottenham at home in our next few games. Let's go with a bit of positivity now. Let's just carry on getting good results. Let's see that fighting spirit coming back. Let's see a degree of passion coming back into our football club. Let's see Jurgen Klopp actually getting aggressive on the touchline again. Let's see Klopp fighting with the managers again. Let's see some passion in his damn football team. We got Luis Diaz coming back. He's going to be put back in this team against Leeds. We got Thiago back now. I want to see passion. I want to see fight. I want to see hunger from this Liverpool football team for the next 9 games. I want it bad. I want to go into next season with some hungry passion. That's what the manager should be getting into these boys after that game. You should have sat them down for half hour after this match and said this and got into them big time. Where's that passion been, boys? Where's that passion been for 30 plus games this season? Where's that heart been? Where's that desire been? Let's go and show everyone that we are still Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, we've had a bad season. We've had a bad season. We've had a dormant season. But my God, we're coming back next season and we're going to show everyone who we are. Let's show the world we're still Liverpool motherfucking Football Club, and let's do something. There's passion there. I'm passionate. And I want the players to be passionate. Yeah, let's get going. We got fucking Leeds. Let's turn up the Leeds and go, you know what, Leeds? Fuck you. You beat us last time. I'm sorry, this is payback. You've woken up a beast again. This dragon is woken up again. Yeah? Luis Diaz back. Thiago back. Salah got a goal. You know, Darwin's here. Gakpo. Nah, fuck yous. We're going to go old school on your ass. They just need to show that passion, man. Show that passion and fight. You know, and let's just go for it. We're not a shit team. We're not a dead team. We're just... Something's happened to us this season that I can't explain. I don't know what it is this season. It could be the coaching, the managing, the ownership. I don't know what it is, the players. But that last 45 to 30 minutes against Arsenal the other day showed me that these players have still got it. We played the best team in England off the park for the last 30 minutes. They couldn't handle us. Arsenal wanted full time. They were getting tired. We were tiring Arsenal down. Arsenal never get tired. We were getting them tired. They couldn't handle our pressure. They couldn't handle our pressure. They couldn't handle anything. I want to see that pressure. I want to see that tempo. And I want to see that style of play for the rest of the season because there's no excuse. There is no excuse from this football team because I've seen it with my own eyes. We went up against the best team in England and we showed that their passion and fire is still in these players. So there's no excuse now for the end of the season not to carry that on. Not to carry that on. They can't go into Leeds thinking, oh, we're just going to beat Leeds because we drew against Arsenal. We had a good comeback against Arsenal. Probably should have won the game. So Leeds are going to be no problem. Going with that tempo, we'll lose. Going with the tempo that you showed in the last 35 to 45 minutes against Arsenal. And if you do that, you'll beat Leeds. If you do that, you'll beat Nottingham Forest. If you do that, you'll beat West Ham. If you do that, you'll beat Tottenham at home. Liverpool are a passionate club. We know this. You know, especially under Jurgen Klopp. The way Liverpool play is with passion, man. It always has been. Right? That passion's gone. That heart, that desire, that will to try and win a game. That fighting spirit when you're down on your luck and you're on your arse and everything's going not your way, that you still got that fighting spirit to come back up and go, no, this ain't happening today, and try and come back. That's what Liverpool have been like under Jurgen Klopp for the last 7 years. This year, it's just not been there. It's disappeared. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. But that passion, heart, desire, and fighting spirit left this football club this year. Dissolved. And it dissolved in the manager as well. I look at Jurgen Klopp sometimes. And I'm like, where's your passion gone, Jurgen? You know, Jurgen is one of the most passionate managers I've ever damn seen in football. You know, he gets passionate about everything. You know, he gets hyper about everything. And I've seen no passion in Jurgen Klopp this season. No fight from Jurgen Klopp this season. No desire from Jurgen Klopp this season. So I need to see that now. I need to see that now. And I get rival fans might come in here and go, Jamie, what the hell are you on about? You do 2-2 with Arsenal. You're acting like you won. It's not the point. It's not the result that bothers me, guys. Let everyone know this right now. It's not the result. It's that my club actually showed old signs of their old self for about 45 minutes to an hour against Arsenal. So it's still there against the best team in England. So they can still do it. So I want to see it again. I want to keep seeing it. We should be battering Leeds. The mentality of this football team should be looking at themselves in the mirror today. I want every Liverpool fan to go back into training. Every Liverpool player, to go back into training. They should all be looking at themselves in the changing rooms. After that game, they should all be looking at themselves. Everyone should have been looking at Trent and going, Trent, where was that fire? Where was that fire all season, man? You know, it took Xhaka to wake you up. Where's all that fire been all season? Where's that Trent been nutmegging fullbacks at the end of the game, putting last-minute crosses in to win games of football like you always used to? Where's that fire been, Trent? Where's that Trent been? Yeah? Hendo. Where's that Hendo been all season? No, I'm not going to say Hendo had a quality game or anything like that. We all know what Hendo is, yeah? Hendo's just a workhorse, yeah? He's just a workhorse, yeah? Where was that all season? You know, Robbo getting aggressive. Where's that been all season? Kanate. They should all be looking at Kanate and going, that is what we need in this team. All these players should actually be turning around at Kanate at the end of the game going, that is what we all need in this team. That is the example shown. What Kanate did against Arsenal was the passion, the emotion, the drive, and the will not to lose that game. He did everything possible to get Liverpool back into that game. He rolled the crowd up. He crunched in tackles. He had the never give up attitude. And it was infectious through the whole team. That's how every player in our club should be. They should all be looking at each other and go, we've still got this. We have still got it in us to be the Liverpool Football Club that we've been for the last few years. I don't know what happened this season. Get over it. Let's end this season in the right way for our fans. That's what they should be saying to each other today. They should go, let's end this season in the right way for our amazing fan base that have put up with all this dross all season. Let's end the season in the right way. Yeah, we probably can't get top 4 now, but let's finish this season as best we possibly can to give our fans a lot of positivity going into next season. Because we finish this season well and we have a good summer transfer market, I'm going to be positive about next season. You guys in the chat are probably going to be more positive about going into next season. If we finish this season reasonably well, we try and win every game we got left, show that heart, desire and passion, Klopp showing that fight on the sidelines, and we have a good summer transfer window, we'll all be like, right, I'm positive now going into next season because this team is showing me they have still got it. Yes, there's things that need to change. Klopp's coaching at times needs to change. I've been at Klopp all season for his coaching. I've been one of the only YouTubers on this damn platform that has got the bottle to have a go about Jurgen Klopp's coaching this season, not just play the owners every 2 seconds. Yeah? I'm one of the only people, and people come at me for it. Go, oh, I can't stand this channel any longer because it's a Klopp out agenda. No, it ain't. It's never once come out my lips about a Klopp out agenda. It's just been that he hasn't done his damn job. He hasn't shown no fight for the job. He's shown no passion for the job this season. Yeah? Simple as that. And I'm hoping that Arsenal game showed me more passion. I saw more passion, heart and desire from Jurgen Klopp in that Arsenal game than I've seen all season. I saw it at the players as well. Where's it been, man? Dortmund. But yeah, DJ Brains, Klopp played the same formation City have been playing this season in the second half. It was like Robbo, Virgil, United back three, Trent and Fab as a 6. Yeah, man. We're going to get to it. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to everyone in the chat. Danny out the rest says, I don't know if the team could do it every week. That's what we're going to find out, man. That's what we're going to find out. Big up to you. Big up Keegan as well in the chat. No, Arsenal are the best team in England. I've not dissed Arsenal once on this channel, by the way. Arsenal for life. I've not dissed Arsenal once in my rant just now. I just said Arsenal are the best team in England. I've even said Arsenal should go and win the Premier League. I've said all these things, you know. So anyone coming at me from an Arsenal perspective, coming at me, man. I've only said nice things about your football club. By the way, having that as your name, Premier League Champions 2023, you might be a bit early there. You know, City win every game now to the end of the season. They're Premier League champions, man. And if I know City, us Liverpool fans, let me tell you right now, Arsenal fans, let me tell you right now, there's 9 games left. This is the most dangerous time Man City are around. It wouldn't shock me if Man City went and won all 9 Premier League games they got left. And if they do that, they're Premier League champions. It wouldn't shock me. This is the hardest time. City are just phenomenal from this time till the end of the season. City are just out of this world, right? And it wouldn't shock me. And City is still on for a treble. It's not even been spoken about. City could still win a treble. Yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. Big up Sister Raz in the chat. You're right, Klopp needs to fix up big time. Big up to you, the super chat. You, Cal, Jerry, and Bajan and G, the only ones that call Klopp out. Yeah, I mean, I think that's about it, ain't it? I think that's about it, man. But look, Arsenal are a great team, man. Arsenal are a great team, and Arsenal deserve to win the Premier League if they win it. I'm not going to be dissing Arsenal fans. You know, it's funny watching Arsenal fans go absolutely balmy when they don't even lose the game. Look, Arsenal didn't even lose that game. They got a point at Anfield. At the end of the day, Arsenal getting a point at Anfield is actually a decent result because you never win at Anfield. So Arsenal getting a point at Anfield is excellent. By the way, Liverpool at Anfield are a different beast. We've got to put that into consideration as well. Liverpool at Anfield, we've only lost 1 Premier League game at Anfield this season. And the other game we lost at Anfield was against Real Madrid. Yeah, I mean, it's Real Madrid at the end of the day. You know, so our record at home is amazing. We hardly concede goals at home at the same time. You know, Liverpool at home is a different beast, man. It's a far different beast. And it's one of the hardest. Look, not going from a non-biased, but I watched some Arsenal fans on AFTV the other day after the game, and they were saying Anfield is probably the hardest stadium in Europe to go to get a result. It's one of the hardest, without a doubt. There's something weird about Anfield. Something special about Anfield. I mean, I'm not going to just say this as a biased Liverpool fan. You know, you hear Gary Neville talk about it all the time. You hear Roy Keane was talking about it after the game. You had Arsenal fans on AFTV talking about it. Anfield is there's something magical about Anfield. Getting a result there is extremely, extremely difficult. And Liverpool just pick up their game at Anfield. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But yeah, like, look, the game itself was a tremendous game of football. It was probably the most enjoyable 90 minutes of football I've seen this season in the Premier League, in my opinion. I think the Premier League has been a bit boring this season. I ain't gonna lie. I think the game quality in a lot of Premier League matches this season have been quite boring. But for me, this was the most entertaining. I think it's game of the season. I think Liverpool-Arsenal is the game of the season so far. It had everything in the game, didn't it? It had everything. It had drama. It had the crowd reaction. Arsenal up 2-0. It had quality on both sides. There was good football. The drama in the game. The last-minute equalisers, last-minute chances for both sides with last touches of the ball. You know, Konate should have scored. You know, I don't know what he was trying to do. So he was trying to score with his belly. It was a weird. Like he was trying to do the limbo with the ball. It was weird. Konate should have scored. And then seconds later, Arsenal went up the other end and could have scored. It was the best game of football all season for drama and everything. Most entertaining. Maybe not the best football game, pure football game, but for entertainment value, for me, it was the best game of the season by a country mile. By a country mile. That is so that, you know, when you go back and rewatch games, Liverpool Arsenal is a rewatchable game. I could literally put on the 90 minutes. I could finish this video, go downstairs and watch the whole 90 minutes of Liverpool Arsenal without fast forwarding it, because it was so entertaining. It was such an entertaining game of football. But yeah, look, Arsenal, though, if they win the Premier League, they deserve it. If Man City win the Premier League, they deserve it. I mean, I'm not going to get all out and, you know, Arsenal fans, for some reason, keep coming at me about stuff, but I've never really dissed them this season. You know, at the beginning of the season, when we did our previews, I think I predicted Arsenal would finish third, and Arsenal fans came at me for predicting they finished third. I was like, whoa, you've been eighth and fifth for the last few years. I just predicted that you'll finish third. Go back to the preview video when I had Arsenal fans on. They were going at me. I was like, what are you chatting about? Why are you going at me? I just predicted that you'll finish third. I don't really see the big deal with that. It's like, calm down. All right, calm down a bit. They get very butthurt. I don't get it. I never understood it. But look, you go win the Premier League, and you speak to Arsenal fans now, they didn't even see themselves being top of the league, right? But they get butthurt when you said you predicted them finishing third. But you talk to them today, and they go, "We're surprised that we're top of the league right now. We're as shocked as anyone, but we'll take it." So I've never really insulted the Arsenal fan base. I've never really insulted Arsenal, but Arsenal fans come for you for some reason. I don't get it. I don't get it. I didn't have a go at them in this video, and I'm getting Arsenal fans having a go at me in a live chat right now. So I have not dissed Arsenal. Just get over yourself, guys. I will say one thing. If you don't win the league, it's a bottle job. And I'm coming for you, right? I'm coming for Arsenal fans, because Arsenal fans come for everybody. If anyone bottles anything, for some reason, Arsenal fans are the first one on social media to make it out, oh, you bottled this, you bottled that. Arsenal fans are always the first ones. So if Arsenal don't win the league, you got to get Arsenal fans. You've not been in this situation for a while. If you don't win the league, the whole fan base in football, not Liverpool fans, not just City fans, United fans, Chelsea fans, every fan base is going to come for you, man, because you've been giving it. A lot of attitude all season, you know, a lot of attitude all season. You've got to back it up now. And if you don't win the Premier League, by the way, you're trophyless. Exactly the same as Liverpool. Just putting it out there. Yeah, Pac-Man, we did. I agree, Pac-Man. Look, I think Liverpool should have won the league in 18-19. I think we should have won the league. I think we had a points advantage over Man City. You know, you speak to many Liverpool fans, they won't say that, but you speak to me. I'll tell you the truth, man. I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. If you've got a points advantage and you don't keep that points advantage, you bottle it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. We had a points advantage over our Man City that season. I think, Pat-Man, if you remember rightly, when we 8 points clear of something, Liverpool started drawing games. You know, they drew a few games and that points advantage dripped away. SG, you're right. We aren't trophyless. We won the Community Shield. Big up to you, SG. We aren't trophyless. We won the Community Shield. But yeah, that's the thing. You know, Arsenal, if they don't win the league, they're going to be trophyless, man. Not a single trophy for all their effort this season. Was it 7? It was 7 points. 7 points, though, for a good team like Liverpool, in my opinion, should have probably still won the league. That's the year we won the Champions League. I actually think Liverpool should have won the league and Champions League that year. I think we should have won the league, Champions League double. I really do think we should have won the double that year. I've gone back on that season. I don't know if you guys do it, but I go back and watch season reviews of Liverpool. I do it every year, yeah? And I look back on that, and I look back on that season, I'm like, man, we actually should have won that Premier League. I ain't going to lie. We should have won that Premier League, which should have been the double. Which should have been the double. You know, and then we had was it the Leicester Man City game where it was 0-0 for the whole match? I remember doing the watching it. Sorry, I was watching the game, and it was 0-0 the whole game. And Vinny Company from nowhere scores a 30-yard screamer that he's never done since, and he'll never do again, and never did before. And it's just like, and they won the league by a point. So, you know, we were 7 points clear of them, and we lost the league by a point. So I've got to be fair. I've got to be fair. If I'm saying Arsenal go bottle it, I've got to say we bottled it. I've got to be fair, man. I can't be saying, you know, I can't be contradicting myself, because that means no one's ever bottled anything. I can't contradict myself. Do you know what I mean? We just drew a few games, man. We drew a few games, and where we should have, and we got suckered in by Man City, and yeah. But we were so good that year. That's the thing that irritates me. We were so good. We finished on 97 points, but we won the Champions League, so that was a great thing. But I do look back at that season and look back at it in hindsight and think, yeah, we probably should have won that league. I think we were a better team that season as well. I think we was a better team than City that year. I think we should have just won the Premier League, personally. I still think we should have won the Premier League. So, yeah, look, Arsenal, yeah, the ball that apparently didn't cross the line as well. Yeah, apparently the ball that didn't cross the line. To be fair, it didn't cross the whole line, did it? It was 11 millimeters. And what you got to remember, the ball's a sphere. So the outer edge of the ball is thicker than the bottom and the top of the ball. So it didn't completely cross the line. Yeah, exactly. We might have bottled that league, but we still won the Champions League that season. Arsenal were out of every other competition. This is the point, really. This is the point. I'm not going to get at Arsenal here. Big up, my man. I'm not going to go at Arsenal too much here, right? The only reason I go at Arsenal a bit sometimes is because their fan base talk a lot of shit, right? They come at you. You're getting things now of like, Arteta is as good as Klopp as a manager and stuff like that. If Arsenal don't win this Premier League, how good of a season actually is it for Arsenal? I'd love Arsenal fans to ask me that, because you're out of both domestic cups. You went out in Europa League to Sporting on penalties, and you might not win the Premier League. So if you don't win the Premier League, how good of a season actually is it? Because you'll be trophyless, same as your North London rivals in Tottenham. But say Tottenham get 4th place, yeah? Say Tottenham get 4th place, right? I'm going to put this out in the atmosphere, right? People don't like talking like this, yeah? But sometimes it is factual, right? Say Tottenham get 4th place and they get Champions League football next season, but they're trophyless, yeah? Say Arsenal don't win the league and Man City do, yeah? Arsenal are trophyless and finish second. They go in the Champions League. What's the difference? What is there a lot of difference? Is there a lot of difference? Yeah, Arsenal are a better team than Tottenham, but they're going to both be in the same competition next season. You know, it's, you know, because the only reason I bring this up, yeah, do you know the only reason I bring this up, right? The only reason I bring this up because the rival fan base. When you talk about Jurgen Klopp being a manager in the Premier League, right? The fan base of Arsenal, the fan base of Man United, the fan base of City, and the fan base of Chelsea will go, well, when Klopp was competing for a Premier League, he never won anything else with the Premier League, right? So when Liverpool won their Premier League, yeah, blew away the Premier League that year, right? Absolutely blew it away. I don't want to hear all this COVID shit, yeah, because that ain't the truth, is it? I think Liverpool were 25 points ahead of City in March. The league was won, right? So Liverpool won the Premier League, but we went out of all domestic competitions and out of Europe, yeah? So Man United fans, Arsenal fans, City fans and Chelsea fans came at us and went, can you really be classed as a great team because you went out of all the other competitions and just won the Premier League? That's what Liverpool fans always get thrown at us all the time. We always get thrown at that at us. Oh, you couldn't win anything because you only won the Premier League, but you didn't compete for anything else. So are you a really great team? Look at the Man United team in 1999. They won the treble. Look at the Man City team that won the domestic treble. You know, you didn't compete for other trophies when you just won your Premier League. So Liverpool fans get that all the time, yeah? So what I'm putting back in the atmosphere, what I'm putting back out there, if Arsenal don't win the Premier League, they are trophyless, yeah? And they're going to finish in the Champions League next season, right? If Tottenham, who sacked Conte, got no manager at the moment, but somehow finished fourth, they're in the Champions League as well, also trophyless. Yes, Arsenal's season would be better in a way because they competed for the Premier League. But at the end of the day, the record books don't go back. This is what I've always been told as a Liverpool fan, and all the Liverpool fans in the chat will understand what I'm saying here. The record books at the end of the day don't go, Arsenal competed all season but fell away. No, it'll just see, Arsenal finished second and Tottenham finished fourth, and they both entered the same competition the next year. But none of them won any other trophy that season. They're all trophyless. So, you know, I'm just putting it back in the atmosphere, man. I'm just putting it back in the atmosphere because if that happens, we get it all the time as a fan base. Yeah. Oh, Liverpool competed for the Premier League but won nothing else. How can they be called a class? How can they be called one of the greatest? Yeah. No, Liverpool won the Premier League on 99 points. Yeah. Right. And for some reason, we're not allowed to call ourselves one of the best Premier League winners of all time. Yeah. The best Premier League winners of all time are Man City on 100 points. Yeah, that's a fact, right? Man City won the Premier League on 100 points. Yeah, that's a record. That is the best Premier League win of all time. I'll say that right now as a Liverpool fan. I'm not just saying it to big up City fans or anything like that. It's just a fact. The second best Premier League win of all time is Liverpool on 99 points. Again, it's a fact. They won it with 99 points. Liverpool won, was it 34 games that season or something ridiculous like that? I think it was a record for most wins in a season as well, and finished on 99 points. So Liverpool finishing, that's a fact. It's the second greatest Premier League win of all time. So why? But when you talk to Man United fans, they'll go, well, that can't. No, Man United won a treble in 1999. Yeah, but you finished on 70-something points. 70-something points doesn't get you in the top four these days. Yeah, you won Champions League and FA Cup, but we're talking about Premier League only. This is where discussions like this go out of hand. So if a Man United fan was chatting to me right now, they go, no, the Man United 1999 season is the greatest Premier League season of all time because we won the treble. But no, Champions League and FA Cup are different competitions, my friend. They don't count. I'm on about solely Premier League wins. Man City 100-point season, the greatest Premier League win of all time. Second behind that is Liverpool with 99 points. It's a fact. It's an absolute fact. And I just don't get why people complain about that. Well, it's only Man United fans who complain about that because Man United fans can't take it that their 1999 team is not the number one in Premier League history. It ain't, because you finished on 70 odd points, my friend. The Arsenal invincible season finished on this is another thing. Let me get to you on this one, guys. About I know I didn't say I wouldn't slag Arsenal off, but they pissed me off, so I'm doing it now, right? Arsenal fans for the longest time ever have said nothing beats the invincible season, yeah? Arsenal fans have always said no Premier League win is better than the invincible season, right? Because they drew in 12 games. 12 games they drew. I think 7 teams, or no, is it 6 teams? No. Man City and Liverpool. In fact, Liverpool got more points finishing runners up than Arsenal did in their invincible season. Liverpool have 3 times got more points than Arsenal in a Premier League season in their invincible season, right? And now, you know what Arsenal fans are saying now? Get this one, guys. You know what Arsenal fans are saying now? I watched this the other day. Some Arsenal fans on AFTV went, if Arsenal win the Premier League season, is this better than the invincible season? You can't make this up. Arsenal fans are literally saying that now. If Arsenal win the Premier League this season, they're talking to themselves. They're going, is this actually better? They're putting the question to their own fan base. Is this actually better than the invincible season? It's like, but hold on. So only Arsenal, who can win the title and be better than their invincible season, but Man City, who got 100 points, can't be, apparently. Liverpool, who got 99 points, can't, apparently. City, who got 94 points, can't, apparently. You know, what are we chatting about here? What are we chatting about here? It's just mad. It's just mad. It's just... And then you get some people like on the other big YouTubers that go, points don't matter. Points don't matter. Point total don't matter. It's like, okay, points total don't matter. Okay, all right, yeah, okay. You do know it shows how good you are all season, yeah? So if you win the Premier League on 77 points, yeah? So if one club wins the Premier League, by the way, it's always Man United fans. If Man United win the league on 77 points one year, right? But then City and Liverpool have blown away the Premier League by winning Premier Leagues by 100 points and 99 points and 94 points, 97 points, whatever it is. Man United fans, I don't mean to hurt your feelings here, right? But that just means Liverpool and Man City were better. It's just the way it is, right? So get over yourselves. Arsenal fans, get over yourselves. You know, yeah, if you win the Premier League, you deserve it. Congratulations. If you don't win the Premier League, you're trophyless. Exactly the same as Liverpool. Well, not exactly the same as Liverpool. Liverpool won the Community Shield. But you'll be trophyless exactly like Tottenham Hotspur. And if you both finish in the top 4 at the end of the season, all the record books would show is that, oh, Arsenal finished 2nd, Tottenham finished 4th, and guess what? They're both in the Champions League. Just facts, my man. Just pure, unadulterated facts. But yeah, let's go about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let's talk about Trent. I've got all that out of my system now. It's been doing my head in because I hate the constant jibes. The constant jibes from rivals, and then they make up their own narrative to make themselves feel better. You know, it does my head in. You know. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold. What do we do with Trent Alexander-Arnold? Well, here's what you do with Trent Alexander-Arnold. You play him in his natural position, which is midfield. I've been saying it for time. Right. Let's go with the story of Trent, shall we? Let's start with the story of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold has always been in Liverpool's youth system since he was a little child. I think around 7 years of age. Going through the ranks in the youth system, Trent Alexander-Arnold was always a midfielder. He got to the under-19s, under-18s, I think it was, and he was an exceptional midfielder that caught the eye of Jurgen Klopp and his coaching staff. And they looked at him and thought, the quality that Trent possesses, he would be brilliant at right back. Klopp had a vision in his mind, yeah? The team had a vision in their mind. They got Andy Robbo in at left back. They got Moreno there. And they're looking at Trent and thinking, wow, if we can make him a right back, because I don't know if he's good enough to be midfield for us, but his quality on the ball will be excellent at right back because he'll have all the game in front of him. You know, being at right back, he'll have the whole game in front of him, yeah? So the coaching team went to the academy and just said, like, coach him to be a right back. We want him to be promoted to the first team, but we want him to be a right back for us. You know, we want him in that right back area. If you can do that, we'll get him in our first team. That's what we want. So that was the idea. So he started to go. So Trent in the academy, if you go back and watch it, started playing right back. Been playing midfield. Then all of a sudden, his new position at right back. And Trent was excelling at right back in the academy, yeah? Because his ability and his vision and his quality in that area, he had the whole game in front of him. He could see what was going on. He was fantastic as a right back. No problems whatsoever with it. Liverpool at the time had Nathaniel Klein as their first team right back. Liverpool obviously then lost Nathaniel Klein to injury, a bad injury. He was going to be out for a long time. Liverpool really didn't have another right back on the books. You know, you had James Milner who could play versatile roles. I think James Milner, the year before that, was playing left back for a whole season. So you had Milner there who could play versatile roles, but they've been grooming Trent Alexander-Arnold for this right back position. That was his place. That was what was going to happen to him. He's been groomed in that in the youth team. He's been playing there and learning his trade as a right back. Trent then got given the position of right back at Liverpool Football Club to the injury of Nathaniel Klein. Trent has never lost his place since day one. So Klein got injured. Trent came into Liverpool's first team as a 19-year-old kid. 18, 19-year-old kid, as right back for Liverpool. Got murdered by Rashford. We all remember that. Liverpool Man United, his first Liverpool Man United game. Rashford tore him apart, but he's a new right back, learning his trade. And he's never lost his place since. He's been in that. He's won everything as a fat player for Liverpool. He's won every trophy you can win. He's only 24 now, and he's won everything in football, in club football anyway. And he's Liverpool's number one right back. But as the years went with Trent at right back, Liverpool started to see deficiencies in his game. His defending deficiencies, his awareness of the position. And this is one thing I don't think it's spoke about enough. Yes, Trent can defend okay at times. If you actually go and look at Trent's stats for defending one-on-ones, he's actually, I think, the top of all the English fullbacks, yeah? But what Trent's issue is, what remote control account? What are you chatting about, man? What you see with Trent's deficiencies is his positional deficiencies, his defensive positional problems. Trent has not got Trent has not got a defensive awareness in him. You know, Trent is not defensively aware of his position because it's not natural to his game. You get natural defenders, yeah? A natural defender are aware of their game, of aware where they should be on the pitch in a defensive manner, yeah? That is what you can tell they're a defender by doing that straight away. You're just natural. Yeah, you got to be coached it at the same time to get better, but you got a natural instinct for defending in defensive areas in positions on the pitch. And Trent can't Trent hasn't got that in his game. I don't think Trent will ever have that in his game. And I've always said that. Yes, his defending can get better, but his awareness of his position defensively will never really be there because it's not in his makeup. It's not in his game. It's not in his attribute. It's not in his first fault. You see Trent as a right back defending sometime. And Trent's first thought is actually, how do I get this ball forward as quick as possible? How do I break the lines as quick as possible? How do I get forward as quick as possible? There, his first thoughts go through his head more than his defensive positioning. All right? And exactly, SG. He started as a midfielder in the academy, exactly. And that is where Trent is best at. So no matter how good Trent gets, yeah, no matter how good Trent gets as a right back, right, the last 12 months we have seen, I think opposition teams will always, and I mean this now, always target Trent's side of the pitch. I think it's just a natural weakness in his game. I think it's going to be a natural weakness in our formation, our system, and our setup for seasons to come if we keep Trent at right back. It don't matter if Trent does get better defensively, but how much better defensively is Trent going to get? Let's sit here, honest truth, guys, yeah? We all love the guy, we're Liverpool fans, but honest truth, he's 24. He's 24 years of age. How much better defensively is Trent actually going to get in the next few years? In reality, let's be real here. How much is he actually going to get? Probably not a lot better. So he's still going to have weaknesses in that area that can still cost us. Trent has to be moved out of right back next season. I think Klopp might know that now. Now Klopp was after the game, they spoke about Trent about being in midfield, and he said, well, it's something we might work on. It's something we're looking at, but we'll see. Yeah? They were his words. It's something we know, so they're aware of it. They're aware of the issue with Trent at fullback right now, which I'm glad, because I was wondering if this club are even aware at the issues at Trent playing at right back for the future. But it looks like Klopp is aware of these issues, and he's trying to work out ways of playing Trent in a position that is beneficial more to him and to the team. Yeah, Trent's attacking prowess is world class. There's no doubt about it. Trent's passing is up there with some of the best in this league, without a shadow of a doubt. He comes up with clutch moments as well, Trent. Real, and we got to get the best out of him, and the best out of him is an attacking player, in my opinion. Playing him as this false right back, this inverted right back, will not work. I'm telling everyone right now, it will not work in a 4-3-3. The system has to change. No matter what happens, who we buy in the summer, I don't care if we go and buy Jude Bellingham, Mason Mount, Barella, whoever we're buying in midfield next season, we plonk them in midfield, yeah? If we're playing the same system, we are now, Trent at right back, and the way we play high line, high pressing, I still think we'll have a lot of issues next season. I think we'll have a lot of issues next season because no matter how good the midfield gets, teams are still going to try and expose Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back with the ball over the top. Trent is very acceptable to the ball over the top. He struggles with the ball over the top. Because you know why he struggles with the ball over the top? Because Trent hasn't got that defensive awareness in his mindset. Most right backs would actually step quite far back, stop the ball coming over the top, yeah? Trent hasn't got that in his locker. It's just not there, yeah? It's just a part of his game that he's not great at. So put Trent in positions that he could be absolutely fantastic at. The days have gone when Liverpool had a workhorse midfield that protected Trent at right back, which allowed him to run forward and break free and be that creative genius that we know he can be, right? Them days have gone because our system has been found out. Our system is done. No matter what new players come in, I don't think we can carry on this same system next year. I think Klopp knows that. And I think the team know that, and we've got to move on from that. So you've got to find a new position for Trent. I've been saying it for a long time. Put Trent at right wing back. And I know people go to me, Jamie, what's the difference between a right back and a right wing back? It's quite a lot, actually. It's quite a lot of differences as a wing back. You're playing a back three for starters, which means Trent's always going to have cover behind him. So as a right back, Trent's got no cover behind him because he is a defensive right back in a back four. You've got your two sitting centre backs that will sometimes split, but they will cover that part of the pitch. And then your fullbacks cover the wide parts. And then your fullbacks tuck in to then cover your centre backs, yeah? So there's no defender behind Trent at right back. As a wing back, if you play a back three, you've got a centre back that can stretch over and cover the fullback area. You've got a centre back that can stretch over, cover the other fullback area, and you've got another centre back who can sit in the middle. And in the defensive duties, you can play five at the back and all squeeze in. So a back three would help Trent's game because he's got a defender behind him, and in possession, he's far forward in the pitch. I always look at Reece James. I think Reece James is a fabulous player. I think Reece James is a quality player, yeah? But Reece James is not the same when you play him in the back four. He's just not. Reece James has got defensive issues, yeah? People like to pretend that Reece James is flawless as a defender. It's not true. It's not true at all. Go back and watch Reece James in Chelsea games when he's playing in the back four. He's defensively not as good as people say he is, right? He's got flaws to his defensive game, right? But you play Reece James in a back three and Reece James as wing back, he looks a totally different footballer. Why? Because he's got that cover behind him with the third defender, and then he's in positions of the pitch where he can be, he can expose the opposition and he can be dangerous. When I watched Reece James the other day playing against us, when he was playing that wing back role, and he was getting in advanced areas, and he looked the best player on the pitch. And I was sitting there thinking, Trent could do that. Literally, Trent could play that back three. Trent could be that wing back, where, he's got that space in front of him. He's in the opposition half a lot of the time. Trent could do that, man. And I think we need to start doing it. I don't want next season to just be Trent's in a 4-3-3, but he's an inverted fullback like Zinchenko does, like John Stones does for Man City. The problem is, especially with John Stones is a natural defender. Yeah. The reason they do it with Man City with John Stones because John Stones is a very good footballer, and he can do that job. But at the forefront of his mind, John Stones is a defender. So defending is going to be John Stones' first thought process. Trent Alexander-Arnold's first thought process, if we play him as an inverted fullback, will not be defending. So we will still be exposed in games the same all the time. That's why, for me, playing Trent in a 4-3-3 and playing inverted next season will not work. We'll have the same problems with Trent being exposed because his first thought process isn't defending. Play him in that three at the back and play him as a wing back. Trent would cook as a wing back. Absolute cook as a wing back. Absolutely cook. He'd be tremendous in that position. Like rival fans, when rival fans talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold, they only ever diss him for his defending, yeah? Because it's very hard to go at him with his forward play. As a footballer, even rival fans will admit Trent Alexander-Arnold as a footballer is a quality footballer. But defending sucks, right? So get him out of defending situations. Get him out of defensive situations and put him in the right wing-back position. Now, some people are saying midfield. Some people will say midfield. I don't know if Trent can play right in the middle of midfield. I think that will expose him again defensively a little bit. I'm not sure about the midfield option yet. But can he play in a more advanced role No doubt about it. I'd like to see in pre-season, what I'd like to see in pre-season. This is the best time to try it, by the way. Pre-season's when you're meant to try things, right? In pre-season, I'd love Klopp to just go one game, a back three, but play a proper team. You know, I don't want him doing it, Trent playing right wing back when we're playing, you know, the youth team as the back three and, you know, and youth team players in midfield, because that's not going to give us a real count. I want in one of the pre-season games, I'd love Klopp to go as strong as he can for a pre-season game, yeah? Not full strength, but as strong as he can. Play a back three, play Trent at right wing back, right? And see how we go. And see how we go with it. See how different it is for Trent. I just got a feeling Trent will adapt to being a right wing back massively. I think it's where he wants to play. He wants to play that right side of the pitch, but he wants to play a bit more advanced. You see it in his game naturally. The man is happy in them areas. Look, because Trent was in inverted fullback yesterday, he got further forward than he has done all season. And in the 86th minute, Trent's doing up Zinchenko over nutmeg, which shows, I keep saying, Trent is a great footballer. Yeah, he can take players on, right? Does Zinchenko over nutmeg in the 86th minute and then puts it a perfect cross for Bobby Firmino to head into the goal. Yeah? In the 86th minute. That is clutch. It's what you call clutch, right? We need Trent in them positions. Trent would cook as a right wing back. But Klopp's got to go with a different system next season. He's got to look at it and go, right, do we go play 4 at the back or we go 3 at the back? Yeah, because I just don't think Trent as an inverted fullback will work, because Trent as an inverted fullback hasn't got defensive qualities about him. He'll only think about going forward. If you tell Trent you're going to play inverted fullback and go get you in midfield and you're going to be more advanced and you're going to have more options in attack, he will only think about that. Trent will forget about his defensive duties, yeah? You saw that against Arsenal many times, the ball over the top, because Trent hasn't got that defensive mentality to get back into defensive positions once he's told he can be more attacking, because it's natural to his game. Trent's natural game is attacking. He was a midfielder. It's natural to his game. Defending is not natural. Let's take him out of that. They always say, what is it? Show your strengths and hide your weaknesses. That's what you should do. Show your strengths and hide your weaknesses. With Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, we do it the opposite way round. We show his weaknesses and we hide. We show his strength. We show his weaknesses and we hide his strengths when he plays right back this season, because he's been fanned out. Liverpool been fanned out. You know, it's just the way it is. Liverpool been fanned out. Liverpool system don't work no more. So if Liverpool system don't work no more, Trent's been extremely fanned out defensively, right? So we need to move on from that, because it'll never stop. Big up Jen with a super chat. Jay, please ensure Mo does not take pens. Big up, big up. Not a fan at 3 at the back, but a 3-4-3 box midfield does work. Surely Trent just places Hendo's position in that if we continue. Yeah. I agree. Gangan deep in the chat. Trent's best position is at right wing back. I'm not convinced with him in midfield. He needs to be aware of your surroundings. He still needs to defend as well as attacking midfield. I agree. Right wing back's perfect for him. Right wing back is perfect. I agree though, Jamie. Right wing back would be his best position in my opinion. Yeah. Even Patton say, look, going forward, Trent is class for sure. Exactly. So why don't we use Trent in his best position? Also, what's not mentioned is that he's not actually press resistant. Yeah, exactly. This might be crazy. His defending doesn't even such a take with playing 3 roles. We've seen some lovely defending from Trent, but when he's expected to be all the way up front crossing balls. Yeah, look, Trent has had the great defensive games. There's no doubt about it. Really no doubt about it. Do you know the days Trent's had really great defensive games is when he's been told not to go forward in a match. So he has to concentrate on one thing, all right? And this is what I keep saying about Trent. I've said this many, many times. When we ask Trent to defend, Trent will defend because we're not telling him to go forward. Yeah, so he concentrates on just one thing. If we're asking Trent to be an inverted fullback where he goes into midfield, picks up the ball in midfield off of Fabinho and Henderson and can travel with the ball into attacking areas, Trent will naturally do that perfectly because that's his game. But Trent hasn't got that natural ability. Once Trent's thinking about going forward and attacking, he's not really thinking about going back and defending. Go back a lot of this season where Trent is getting forward with the ball and he's getting in attacking areas, the ball gets lost. Trent just jogs back. How many times have we seen it? Trent just jogging back into position and he's nowhere to be seen when the goal's conceded. It's because it's not Trent's first instinct. Trent busts his gut getting forward to the opposition goal, but jogs back into our goal. I think that tells you everything about his mindset. His mindset is not to defend. His mindset is to attack, show off his qualities, show off his abilities. And I think at right wing back, that would just suit Trent down to the ground. It really would. It really would. Do it against Leeds, I'll say sooner the better. This season's already done for us. What we got to remember, yeah? Big up, Noel. How you doing, man? What we got to remember, yeah? This is not me dissing Trent, yeah? I'm not doing this as a reactionary thing that Trent's an attacking fullback, so you look exposed as a fullback. That's true. That's true, yeah? Any attacking fullback will get exposed at times, yeah? But there's been exposed and then there's a weakness in his area of defending, you know? I don't mind the fullback being exposed at times because he's attacking. That's not a problem for me, right? But now it's his lack of defending that is being exposed. It's his lack of a tactical awareness as a defender. And this is the main point, guys. This is my main point about it all, right? Trent hasn't got that tactical awareness to ever be a proper defender. It's just not in his game. The man's 24 now, right? We're talking about Trent has to learn to defend better at 24 when he's been playing fullback since he was 19. So in seriousness, is he ever going to get better? How much better of a defender is Trent ever going to be? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when your awareness ain't there to be a pure defender, I think Trent is always going to be exposed. I think Trent is always going to be exposed as a right fullback if we play the same system we're playing now. Even if new players come in and try and protect Trent and allow Trent to do what he did before. Teams are aware of that now. Teams know how Liverpool play. They will let Trent come forward. They will let Trent come forward. Now, and then they will expose him in behind. It will constantly happen. So Liverpool need to evolve. Liverpool Football Club, not just Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool need to evolve as a football club as well. We need to get the best out of our players going forward in new positions. We need to look at Trent and go, you know what, Trent? Let's try it right wing back. Let's get the best out of him. Yeah? If he's going to play 4-3-3 next season, maybe the formation has to change for him to play right back. Maybe you need to play 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-2-1 or something like that. But he can't be inverted. He just has to play right wing back as an attacking wing back. And if we get exposed from time to time, we're just going to have to deal with it, right? But I don't want to hear anyone complaining about it. You know, there are only two choices. You know, has he been coached enough? Jamie gives some shout out to Bayern as well. Big up, Justin. Has Trent been coached enough at right back? That's another question as well. As we say, Trent's 24 years. Trent's 24 years of age, and we're all talking about Trent still has to learn to be a defender. Yeah, Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville were talking about it in the game. Trent has to learn to be a defender. Gary Neville was like, "Don't put him in midfield. Just coach him to be a better fullback, a better defender. Yeah, that's what Gary Neville was saying. But why are we asking but I asked the question as our coaching staff, as Jurgen Klopp, have they done a good enough job coaching Trent Alexander-Arnold at being a defensive fullback? You know, you hear people like Gary Neville saying the other day, just coach Trent Alexander-Arnold to be a better defender. The man's 24. How much coaching we doing? Are we going to keep going to when he's 25, 26, 27? By the time Trent's 28, he'll be a perfect defender. Shouldn't he be on his way to that now at 24 years of age? Going on 25. Shouldn't he be at that defensive abilities right now? You know, it's so you got to ask. You got to ask: are Liverpool coaching Trent in the right way? You know, yes, he had a great. Big up, Pat Man. To be fair, that's what Grizz said on the big six. Oh, is that what? See, me and Grizz think the same. It's because we're about me and Grizz like that age group where I don't know. I think we think like that. So we shouldn't judge his peak till he's 28, apparently. But the thing is, look, I'll give everyone an honest question right now. Answer this in the chat, guys. Answer me this in the chat. Honestly, I want an honest answer from this, guys. Do you think Trent is going to be that much better of a defender when he's 28 than he is now? So what is he, 24? So 4 years' time, is Trent going to be that much better of a defender when he's 28 than he is now? Or is he always going to have deficiencies in his defensive game? You know, I don't know. I can't answer it. I don't know if anyone can answer. I mean, big up Patman saying, no, Grizz said the opposite. He said you shouldn't be looking at Trent's defending until he's 28. Well, I don't agree with that. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that for me. Because I look at a lot of fullbacks, you know, a lot of defenders that are excellent defenders at 20 and 21 and 22. You know, has Trent's defensive game got any better from 19 to 24? I don't think it has. I just think Trent was heavily protected when in the first few years at Liverpool because he had a better midfield in front of him, and so he was never exposed. I don't think Trent is actually anywhere near better defensively at 19 to his 24 now. So what makes anyone think that Trent's going to get better defensively between 24 and 28? Do you know what I mean? And that's not me having a negative at. That's not me having a negative at anyone who has that opinion, or me having a negative on Trent Alexander-Arnold. As I keep saying, Trent is not a natural defender. Trent is not a natural defender. Would anyone buy a 24-year-old? Let me put it this way. Would anyone go into the market and buy a 24-year-old defender that can't defend and think, right, by the time he's 28, he's going to be diamond? No. No one would. No one's going to buy a 24-year-old defender who can't defend properly. No one's going to do that. Nobody. So, Trent's not got it in his game. It's not his natural game. Why are we trying to force something on someone that ain't... Look, Trent's natural game is to attack, quality passing, quality vision, be very creative, yeah? Let's get him in positions where Trent is so strong at. Let's try and stop making him something he ain't, in my opinion. You know, it's just... People have their opinions. Like, if Trent's better at 28, I just don't... For me, for Trent to be a better defender, in my opinion, you have to eliminate his attacking game. In my opinion, I don't think Trent can. I don't think Trent can be elite at both or good at both. Even like Jamie Carragher says, he don't even have to be that great defensively. He just has to be good. I don't know if Trent's got that in his game to do both. I think if you want Trent to be just a good fullback, a good defensive fullback, I do think you have to eliminate his game going forward. I think you have to eliminate Trent's game going forward. You really do. So he concentrates on one thing. As I said, the games you've seen Trent play this season, when he's had a defensively great game at fullback, are the games where he doesn't get forward that much. Where he's not got forward in the game and not really crossing, not many assists, not many parts of the game going forward, yeah? They've all been defensive games, yeah, where he's been a defensive fullback because he's concentrating on one thing, and that's defending. You know, Trent's got a skill set that not a lot of people have on that right-hand side of the pitch, you know, and we should be using it more in his advantage, in my opinion, and making him a win-back. That's just my opinion on it. That's how I see Trent. I don't see him in midfield. It's the system, man. The system needs to change. I will say this one more time. If Trent plays right back in a 4-3-3 next season, then new players coming into this team won't change anything if the system is exactly the same. If the system is exactly the same next season and we just get new players into it, there will still be areas of our game where we will be exposed. Yeah, Trent will still be exposed at times, and that could cost us points. Remember, we don't want to finish second next season. We don't want to finish third next season. We want to win the Premier League. So you want to try and win Premier Leagues. You want to try and win Champions Leagues. Then do you want a Trent Alexander-Arnold that might cost you a few games because of his defensive deficiencies going forward? That, we finished second on 90 points. Quality season, right? But then you look back at it and think, right, if we played Trent right wing back, might have finished on 97 points and won the Premier League. You know what I mean? That's the way we've got to look at it, man. That's the way we've got to look at it. It's going to be interesting what we do next season. I think personally we're going to change formation. I think we're going to change formation next season. I don't see us playing 4-3-3 next year. I think we're going to move into something else. Gakpo being used as a false 9. I think he's doing that to see if Gakpo can play in midfield. I really do. I think we're going to change it up next season. I've had another thought as well about Trent in midfield, and people are not going to like this, yeah? I've had another little thought as well about Trent in midfield. Now, I was thinking about this last night after I finished a video with Jack and Spider. Big up Jack and Spider, by the way, and Ricky. Big up Ricky as well. After that video finished last night, I got to thinking, I was like, there's a lot of talk at the moment that Liverpool would be very, very happy just buying Jude Bellingham. Right, hear me out on this, guys. This ain't coming from me. I don't think we should do this, but I've just got a thought here. Liverpool, all we've heard recently is that Liverpool would be very, very happy if they just get Jude Bellingham in the summer. Now, as a fan base, we're really like, no, we need at least 3 midfielders in the summer, yeah? Hear me out on this one. Have Liverpool already thought this through? Have Liverpool already looked at this and started to think things through, right? Stefan Bajcetic came onto the scene this season. He was never meant to come onto the scene. If it weren't for injuries, Stefan Bajcetic maybe never would have played for Liverpool's first team, yeah? But he broke into Liverpool's first team and become a squad player straight away. You know, we see it straight away. Stefan Bajcetic will be in Liverpool's squad next season and play a lot of games, yeah? And now I'm looking at him thinking, hang on, if they're going to think of Trent in midfield, if they're going to go Trent in midfield next season, that's a plan, yeah? And they put Trent in midfield, where's Stefan Bajcetic, the club will automatically go, well, there's 2 new midfielders. Now you only need to buy one. Now you only need to buy 1 midfielder in Jude Bellingham. So that's Bellingham, Trent, and Stefan Bajcetic in midfield. And to Liverpool, not to us, I hate this, by the way, but to Liverpool, they will be like, oh, there you go, that's a brand new midfield there. Never had that midfield before. You got Bellingham, there's the player we went and bought. Then you got Trent in midfield, and you got Stefan Bajcetic in midfield. Now, I hope that's not the case, yeah? I hope that's not the case. But I know Liverpool Football Club. I know these owners. And that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't shock me if that was the plan. I've said it for a while now. I don't think we're buying 3 midfielders because I think they see Stefan Bajcetic as the third midfielder. I honestly hope. I think we'll buy 2 midfielders. They're going to use Stefan Bajcetic as the third midfielder. That'll be your 3 midfielders. I personally think Liverpool want to play Stefan Bajcetic, Thiago, and Jude Bellingham as a Liverpool midfield 3. Right? I think that's the way they're looking at going forward. That 3 midfield. And then you got Trent, who can play midfield as well, which is a 4th option. And that's what worries me a little bit. That's what worries me about going into this summer, is that they rate Stefan Bajcetic massively. And so do I. I think he's going to be a superstar, right? As soon as he's back from injury in pre-season, he'll be part of the first team squad next season. Thiago's not going nowhere. Thiago's our best midfielder, without a shadow of a doubt. And if they buy Jude Bellingham, that's your midfield 3, yeah? Then you got Elliot. Elliot will be a choice in midfield. And I think Trent will be 4th choice. I think Trent will be your 4th choice midfielder. And then you've got Henderson and Fabinho as your older players. And that is a worry for me, with them building that as our midfield next season. What do you want? What's the matter? Sorry, my kids come in the room. What's the matter? Nobody playing with you? We'll go downstairs to mummy and play. I'll sit down then. Yeah, and that's my worry. That's my massive worry about our midfield. I hope I'm wrong. Stop talking, you. Go away. Sorry, my daughter's come right in the room. The little madam. Right, you want daddy's phone? Yeah. Sorry, guys, I apologise. Take daddy's phone and sit there then. Wow, kids, eh? Don't have them. And that's my worry. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm reading too much into this. I just know this football club. I know these owners. They will look at it and go, "Oh, Trent can play midfield, can he? He's only 24, is he? Perfect." Stefan Bajcetic, was he only 19? First team player? Perfect. Put him in the team. Oh, and what? We can save all that money and just buy Jude Bellingham now? Oh, okay. Let's go and buy Jude Bellingham. And there's your new midfield. If that happened, wow, if that happened, I'll be fuming. If that happened, I'd be absolutely fuming. But let's hope it don't happen. Then we go and actually buy midfield players and play Trent where he should play, in my opinion. Let me just put something up here for you guys. This is what I want Liverpool to look like next season, right? This is what I'd like Liverpool to play next season, guys. I'll put it up for you right now. Let me put it full screen. I'll put it full screen for you guys. So let me go and put my team in. I think Liverpool should play next season. I'm going to put Joey Gomez in because I don't think we'll buy a defender if we do this. This wouldn't surprise me if this is Liverpool's team, yeah? Bear with me 1 minute, guys. Bear with me. Let me just get a certain player up here. All right, it's going to happen, ain't it? So, if you're going to play a three at the back, this is where we need new players. So, if Jude Bellingham comes in, he goes straight into that position in the midfield. Yeah, you could play a 10 where you move Jordan Henderson out and you put someone there. The left wing back areas are either going to be Gakpo for me or Luis Diaz. Trent at right wing back. Now, this is where you need to take players in and out of the team. Obviously, Joe Gomez probably wouldn't work there, so you need to go and buy a new centre back to replace Joe Gomez. You play Virgil and Kanate in a back three with a brand new centre back. I think that could be dangerous, guys. Bellingham in that midfield with Thiago. Say Jordan Henderson's not there. I don't know. It's Stefan Bajcetic. And you've got Stefan Bajcetic, Thiago and Bellingham. Trent Alexander-Arnold at right wing back. And then at left wing back, you're either looking at probably Cody Gakpo or Luis Diaz. And in the front two, Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah. That would be what I want Liverpool to try and do. I think Liverpool should try and do that this season. If you go with that as a basic formation, like a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3, you could even play 3-4-3, I suppose. Let me do a 3-4-3. So if you played a 3-4-3, you take Hendo out then and put Bellingham in. Then you put Trent there. And then you put Diaz. Then you put Luis Diaz there. Something like that would actually look a lot better. You know, something like that in the realms of that. You know, if we did sign Bellingham, a Thiago Bellingham in the midfield there, you know, then you got a Stefan Bajcetic on the bench, you got Harvey Elliott on the bench, you got Henderson on the bench, you got Fabinho on the bench, you know, and then you got Trent at right wing back, Gakpo at left wing back. I think would do actually really well in that position. Luis Diaz as left wing, Darwin Núñez through the middle, Mo Salah on the right. I think that's you know, people might say, what, you know, Gakpo at left wing back. You got to remember, sometimes wing backs, look at Perisic. Perisic is a wing back. He's very good going forward. I think Gakpo, you know, it's more of his natural side of the pitch on the left-hand side. And, yeah, Gakpo as a left wing back, I think, could work with Trent right wing back. You know, obviously Gakpo's natural position is left midfield, not really left wing either. You know, he prefers to play left midfield. So Gakpo playing left wing back wouldn't be too much of a problem. You know, you look at Perisic and stuff like that. You know, you got to get best out of these players. And if you're looking at Trent, to get the best out of Trent, you've got to play three at the back. You've got to play three at the back. You have to. And you've got to remember as well, Gakpo is a wing back. People will say, no, Gakpo at wing back. Perisic plays wing back. Frank Ribery used to play wing back at times at Bayern Munich. You know, wing back is not a defensive position, guys, really. You know, he's playing more in his natural position. His natural position is left midfield. So it's not far off. It's not far off playing his position. I know Spurs are crap, but Perisic plays wing back. Even at Inter Milan or whatever it was, he played wing back. You know, in the back three. If any team that Perisic plays for and they're playing a back three, he plays wing back. It can work. It can work. But this is what I'm trying to say, guys. You play Trent in a 4-3-3 as an inverted fullback, we're still going to have troubles. So if we go back to 4-3-3 that don't work anymore, we go back to that. Right, we go back to that. Right, and then I take Gomez out, put Robbo in. Virgil and Canate. That'd be your back four. So even if we did that, yeah, I would rather us play 4-2-3-1. I'd rather us play 4-2-3-1 if we're going to play. If Bellingham signs for the football club and Trent's going to have to stay at full back, I'd rather play 4-2-3-1, guys. You know, I'd rather play that. If we're going to play any formation next season, if it's not going to be 3 at the back, I don't want to see 4-3-3 anymore. I'd rather say something like a 4-2-3-1. But the problem with Trent is, I keep saying it, if you're going to play Trent at fullback, he's going as an inverted fullback next season. That's something Klopp and Liverpool are looking at. He's going to come into these areas of the pitch, yeah? Trent's going to come into these areas of the pitch. Then you need a midfielder who's going to want to come back into these positions. So do you want to sign Jude Bellingham? I'm going to put it out there now, guys. Do you want to sign Jude Bellingham so he covers Trent, so Trent can get into these areas? Because if you do, we're wasting Jude Bellingham. We're wasting Jude Bellingham by bringing him in and coming into these positions to cover Trent, so Trent can go inverted and come in here. Because someone's got to come back and cover. If Trent's all the way back here, a midfielder needs to come back and cover. Like Henderson did the other day, came back and covered and was at right back. You know? So are we going to sign Jude Bellingham just to do that? That is my also worry. And if we do that, we're going to absolutely batter Jude Bellingham. And he'd be dead in a week. He'd be dead in a week. The only one I think can do it is Stefan Bajcetic, because Stefan Bajcetic was a defender. Because Stefan Bajcetic was a defender, if you go with Stefan Bajcetic, if you're playing 4-2-3-1, the only problem is that means Stefan Bajcetic can't play. Because you would think if Thiago's fit, Thiago's going to play. And then are you going to play? You can't play Thiago and Stefan Bajcetic and not play Bellingham unless you play Bellingham in the 10. Unless you play Bellingham in the 10 and you play pretend Gakpo, Stefan Bajcetic, you play Stefan Bajcetic there. If Trent comes inverted and gets into these areas, Stefan can go into that fullback area because he's got defensive abilities about him because he used to be a defender. So maybe that's the way we go. Maybe that's the way we go. Because otherwise, what are we doing with buying Bellingham? This is my whole argument. This is my whole argument about Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. If you play him at right back in any formation, you're still going to need a midfielder that stops Trent getting exposed. Do you actually want to buy Bellingham as that midfielder who plays in Henderson's position, that right mid-side of the midfield, that can get forward, can break the lines, power and pace, but also covers Trent when he gets forward? Do we actually want to buy Bellingham for that? Because he'd be dead in a week. He'd be dead in a week. That's why I'm saying play Trent at wing back, and then you don't have to play Bellingham. If you buy Bellingham and you play Trent at wing back, Bellingham hasn't not got to do that defensive Trent covering because you've got 3 centre backs at the back and you've got a defensive midfielder. Then you get the best out of Bellingham. You allow Bellingham to show his game off and get forward. So if anything, we should maybe look at a left back that can slot in as a centre back and Trent can invert, which still means you're playing 3 at the back. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. Like Robbo, like if Trent's inverted and everyone comes across, Robbo comes in at centre back there, like he's done for Scotland sometimes, and Trent can get forward. Yeah, but the problem is then if Robbo gets caught out and he has to go out to his wide man, and then Virgil and Canate have to push up, you expect then your fullback who's inverted to get back into a defensive right back position. And that's my issue with Trent. I don't know if he's got that in his makeup to get back into that position. So yeah, that's That's my opinion on the Trent thing, guys. It's difficult to. I think it's difficult to get right next season. It might take some time. It might take some time for us to get used to. If Trent's going to play, if we're going to play 4-3-3 next season, I think it's a mistake because the system, I think, is done now. I don't think it matters what players you get in. I think our system's still at a loss. So it needs to change up. It's an interesting one, what the club do for next season. It's an interesting one. I think they're very interested in playing Trent as an inverted fullback. I just don't know if an inverted fullback in Trent works in a 4-3-3. That's just my honest opinion. Yeah, guys, we're going to leave it there. Big up to everyone who joined me today. I really do appreciate you all coming in on your Tuesday afternoon. If you're at work and watching me, big up to you guys. Much appreciated. Much love to everyone here. It's always an appreciation you guys coming in, guys. Guys, don't forget the like button. We're on 76 likes right now. Let's try and get them likes close to 100. If we can, I would really, really appreciate that. If we can get them likes close to 100. I am going to be back this evening. I've got a video again at 6:30 tonight. 6 o'clock tonight, sorry. And it's going to be another tactical breakdown show. It's going to be Liverpool's 4-3-3 versus Liverpool's 3-5-2. Cav's going to be joining me for that show as well. So make sure you join me for that. We're going to talk more stuff Liverpool and have a proper chat. I'm going to get Cav's take on the Liverpool Arsenal game because I haven't spoken to Cav in a while. I'm going to get Cav's take on everything about Liverpool versus Arsenal, about the rest of the season, and about formation changes and stuff like that, and get another opinion on this. So that's going to be happening tonight at 6 o'clock. So make sure you join me for that. And then on Wednesday, the call-in show will be back as well. Everyone's favourite day. Wednesday, 6 o'clock, the call-in show will be back. So make sure you tune in for that. I do love the call-in show. I'm going to make some changes to the call-in show this week. So everyone gets... Last week, I absolutely loved the call-in show last week. It was probably the best call-in show of the whole series so far. But too many people talk over each other too much. So I'm going to have a gong. I'm going to try and get a gong and gong you out if you're talking over everyone. So yeah, we're going to change it up a little bit. Big up to everyone in chat. Big up Mixed Mitchell. Big up Jay. I don't always agree with you, but I appreciate your grind, brother. Yeah, exactly. But that's football, man. That's football. That's what I love about this sport. You know, everyone will have different opinions how everything should be worked, and you know, there is no right and wrongs, really. There is no right and wrongs. It's see how it goes. And that's what I love, man. I love debating. You know, debating about football, debating about Liverpool Football Club. It's great. And what I like about my chat and everyone in my community on this channel is that we do it in a mature manner. We don't slag each other off. We don't go, oh, Jamie, you're full of shit. This is not how it should be. No, we're talking in a mature manner. We have adult discussions and good debates. And that's how football should be, man. That's how football should be. And yeah, football is all about opinions, and everyone's got an opinion that's going to be different to someone else's opinion. And what I hate is that people have an opinion about football, and someone else will have an opinion about football, and then they slag you off for your opinion. It's like that's not what it's about. It's not what it's about. It's about mature football debate and having a good chat and debate about it. Big up Jersey Boy, the chat as well. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, I'll be back at 6 o'clock with another debate about Liverpool Football Club, about position and about Trent. We're going to get Cav's take on it all as well. Big up Cav. He ain't been on the channel for a while. So it should be a good one. Make sure you tune in at 6 o'clock. When this video ends, you're going to be taken straight to my 6 o'clock show. Can everyone go and please leave a like on that show straight away? So no one leave where they are. There's 82 people here right now. As soon as this video ends, my 6 o'clock show will pop up on the screen. Can everyone just go and press the fun button and leave a like? Let's get about 20 likes on it before we start the show tonight at 6 o'clock. Big up to everyone. Much love, much appreciation. I'll talk